price is what he came up with, 15?
No, I wouldn't even pay that. That's what we're assuming we can sell it for in this market. I'd give you like 10 grand.
Yeah, that's, I don't think so.
Okay.
The lowest I'd want to go would be about 50.
I just think you're going to really, really deep, and you're going to have to think about maybe cutting your losses.
Cutting losses is one thing, but giving it away is another.
Yeah. All right. Have a good one, man.
I'm trying.
I can't believe the guy wanted 50 grand for that thing. That's, yeah, I mean, it's insanity. It's a real tough sell right now. We can buy trikes. People do buy them. This guy bought one. Just find one that'll be an easy sell. Whatever, man. What do you want for lunch, Pops? Mexican food. Let's go somewhere healthy today. Mexican food is healthy. No, it's not. I mean, it's got rice and beans and vegetables and carbs. Earlier, I bought an engraving from a famous Renaissance artist. I kind of took a gamble on the price, so I'm taking it to my art guy, Brett, to see how I did.
Wow, Albrecht Dürer. I don't get many of those. Now, do you mind if I take it out of the frame to take a closer look?
Go right ahead.
I get all manner of fine art coming in here, but when you're talking about an Albrecht Dürer etching that's potentially hundreds of years old, that doesn't come down the pike too often.
You have any idea what it means?
Yeah, a little bit. This piece is called The Night, Death, and the Devil. Most historians agree is a visual image of Psalm 23. Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil.
Like Pulp Fiction, right?
Exactly, exactly. And you've got death behind him holding an hourglass. You've got the devil in the form of this goat-like creature, and he's heading up towards the castle, which a lot of historians and a lot of theologians agree represents heaven. It's actually one of his most famous masterworks.
See, that right there makes me think it's fake. We don't get masterworks inside the pawn shop. It just doesn't happen.
An Albrecht Dürer etching that was a first impression done right after the hand carving of the plate. That piece is sold at auction for in excess of $350,000.
What year was it pressed? I don't know, but I paid a lot of money for it. I hope I did all right.
Well, we'll take a look. It's dark, the lines are crisp, there's obviously some conditional flaws in the border, but the composition itself is very strong. However, I don't think that this is a real early impression. The paper is too thin. I don't think it's indicative of the laid paper that they were using in the 16th century. I also don't notice in the image much in the way of burr. Basically, when Mr. Dürer was doing the etching, he left little grooves of metal, and it would make for almost an impressionistic look in certain areas. And over time, once you get further and further removed from the first few impressions, you lose the burr. So I don't see much in the way of burr. However, it's almost certainly from the original plate. You can see the plate marks, the dimensions match up. I think it's a very nice impression circa 17th century. And even though it's not an early impression, it's a valuable one. I mean, I've seen pieces like this sell at auction anywhere from 20 grand to 50 grand.
Yeah.
So I imagine you did pretty well. I don't know what you paid for it, but
I paid $5,500 for it.
Okay, wow.
I said it was a gamble when I bought it. But thanks, Pat.
You did great.
You want to put that in like a nice frame or something?
I think we can do something for you.
Yeah, something chump can't break.
Anytime you pay $5,500 for something, that's a sizable investment. But Rick knows what he's doing. A little too much so, I'm afraid he might not need an art expert anymore.
Every time we turned around, bodyguards are in our way.
You want to play crazy? I'll play crazy.
X-Men is all new. Tomorrow at 9. On history. On the next Swamp People. I'm hoping to teach Holden a little bit as we go. Troy gives his nephew Holden a hunting lesson. Whoa, we got a big one. There's nothing like letting him do it himself. Swamp People is all new. Monday at 9 on history. Made every day.
Are you ready for this? Pot pie. I didn't know KFC had pot pies. I didn't know anyone had pot pies. Say it with me. Pot pie. You hear that?
is coming out of the Lutz, moving into the triple axle.
You obviously don't follow Jason Brown's ponytail on Twitter.
His ponytail is a Twitter?
His ponytail has more followers than I do. Look how shiny it is.
Stuck the landing. The judges love this.
Samsung Galaxy, official smartphone partner of the U.S. Olympic team. For a limited time, get a Samsung smartphone for $0 down, only at AT&T.
There's a new beauty in town. The 2014 Mitsubishi Outlander Sport. A top safety pick for the third year in a row. Lease one now for $179 a month.
This is the Virginia Gene with an SOS call over.
All Is Lost has been hailed by critics as one of the year's best films. A thrilling, nail-biting adventure at sea. This is Ultimate Redford. All Is Lost. Only today.
I'm a simple person. If I can do it myself, I will. If I can save money doing it myself, yeah, I'm gonna do it.
Every day, millions of business owners count on Vistaprint to professionally promote their business easily and affordably.
I was so happy when I opened the box and I looked at it. I showed everyone.
Enter promo code TV250 today to get 250 cards for only $10, plus free shipping.
Oh, like, check this out. I did this.
Vistaprint.com. You've reached the age where you've learned a thing or two. This is the age of knowing what you're made of. So why let erectile dysfunction get in your way? Talk to your doctor about Viagra. 20 million men already have. Ask your doctor if your heart is healthy enough for sex. Do not take Viagra if you take nitrates for chest pain. It may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure. Side effects include headache, flushing, upset stomach, and abnormal vision. To avoid long-term injury, seek immediate medical help for an erection lasting more than 4 hours. Stop taking Viagra and call your doctor right away if you experience a sudden decrease or loss in vision or hearing. This is the age of taking action. Viagra. Talk to your doctor.
Monuments Men about to go live. Audiences and critics are cheering for the Monuments Men.
Announcing to take everything. Want to go get it?
This message feels like a treasure hunt.
The Monuments Men. Rated PG-13.
15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Everybody knows that.
Well, did you know that Old MacDonald was a really bad speller?
Your word is cow.
Cow. Cow. C-O-W-E-I-E-I-O. Dang nuts. Geico. 15 minutes could save you. Well, you know.
What do we have here?
This is a daguerreotype studio camera. This was what was used before tintypes.
Okay.
My husband said it was pre-Civil War.
So, probably he had his baby pictures taken with him.
I decided to come to the pawn shop today to sell my antique camera. I don't know a lot about it. I'm open to any offer. I just want to get it out of the house.
This is pretty cool. Daguerreotypes were the very first type of photography. It was called a camera obscura.
Okay.
Really crude. Before they had negatives, everything was printed right onto a piece of metal with the chemicals on it and everything else. So
Okay.
it wasn't a negative, it was a positive.
Okay.
Because once you made the picture, that was the picture. Those were the very first photographs.
Yeah. Back when this thing was built, it probably cost 6 months' wages or more.
But they were expensive, no one else had them. And this one was a really nice camera.
Right.
But I have some news for you. This is
Okay.
not a camera to take daguerreotypes. The lens at one point might have been on a camera obscura, because I think the lens is a lot older
Then
than
the
the rest of the
camera.
camera.
Okay.
It's not an 1820s, 1830s camera. I'm assuming probably 1890s, because Eastman Kodak didn't even come to existence until the 1880s. The reason the Eastman Kodak company came along is because they invented flexible film, so you put it in a roll. So that's not daguerreotype at all. It's too bad this is not an actual daguerreotype camera, because those are really rare and really expensive. But it's still an antique camera in really great shape. What were you looking to do with it?
I want to sell it. I was hoping to get $5,000.
Keep working.
Okay, if you had a daguerreotype camera obscura that was from the 1830s or something like that, in this kind of shape, no problem.
Okay.
But that's not what we have.
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking I'll give you $1,500 for it.
This is something that you don't see every day. Would you be willing to go 2,000?
You know, it's not usable anymore or anything like this. I'll meet you in the middle at 1750. That's what I could go on it.
Okay.
He's whitetail.
Totally. I'm hungry but hopeful. Well, I lost 25 pounds thanks to Atkins and these little babies, and I didn't have to starve.
At age 16.
9 years is a long time, but he's still young. Hopefully he makes some good choices. I mean, if he get around the wrong people.
So this is it, huh? It's a 2001 Vauxhall Strike. I bought it from a dealership in Houston. This bike, it's one of the earlier models. You know, the newer ones have a trunk in the back. This one has a flip-up body where you can flip up the body on it, and it's got trunk access space back there, auxiliary fuel tank, transmission's right here. Real easy to work on, you know. It's got the 57 Chevrolet rear end in it, you know. Automatic transmission, just put it in gear, just point and go.
How much were you looking to get?
I really need to try and get around 28 or 30 out of it.
Good luck. You ain't gonna have it here. I just don't see where I'm gonna get 28 grand for this bike. I can't do it.
What can you do?
No, I'll do 15 grand for your bike. And I really won't go any higher.
I kind of disagree, you know. I mean, I think I can get to 25 for it.
Like they say, there's a sucker born every minute. Nah, I hope you find him.
I am done with trikes, man.
I mean, if you really want to sell it, boss, I'm giving you real numbers.
Well, I understand your position. You got to make money the first one they know, but I mean, yeah, I'm not in the market to be giving away money either. Yeah, but I mean, I just can't do, you know, the 15.
Thanks for coming down, my man.
Yeah, no problem, man. I appreciate y'all's time. Yeah, I agree with the market, but I mean, I don't think it's a hard sell. I mean, you can get one guy who has a big slot machine come out here, buy the thing, and drive it all the way.
We should just stay away from looking at trikes altogether.
If you wanted with something with 3 wheels so bad, you should have just bought a kid's tricycle.
Whatever.
Could have bought a scooter with training wheels if you're having trouble riding your bike.
You done?
I'm just saying. I got a guy who's selling a Chevy missing one wheel.
On this episode of Pawn Stars, I'm got little chest here, Buffalo Bill, full of some puppets.
Do you know if there's any relation to Buffalo Bill, or?
He was in the Buffalo Bill show.
Cool.
Hi, John.
You got Ronald Reagan Senior Yearbook?
This is really cool. Here's like a high school play that Reagan was a part of. Here he is on the football team. The guy was definitely an overachiever. He was the total opposite of me at school.
This is my phone booth.
In the early 1900s, the phone booth was the cell phone of the day. See what I call the pawn shop.
Gold and silver, and you reach the boss.